Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series V's I do for a little while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, this had better be delicious. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. And that's essentially the case today. Went over there, got off work about a half hour ago, and, not a bad night at work or anything like that. A few frustrations here and there, but, But when everything was said and done, I was getting ready to head back to my house, and I was like, man, I'm kind of hungry. So I decided to go over there. I'd stop in. Little place, you know it, it's Dunkin' Donuts / Baskin-Robbins. And I reviewed plenty of stuff from Dunkin' Donuts / Baskin-Robbins. I, in fact, have an entire playlist called Dunkin' Sampler Platter Reviews, which is just reviews of stuff from Dunkin' Donuts / Baskin-Robbins. Usually, when I'm reviewing something, it's from the Dunkin' side. It's like a coffee or a donut or, something to that effect. This one's coming from the Baskin-Robbins side, though, folks. Because, what is it? What are we doing here? And it better be good, because it's boom! What is this? This is their Beach Day Shake. Yay! It's been a while since I've gotten a milkshake. I used to be known as the milkshake guy around my immediate Dunkin' Donuts areas, because I was the guy coming in early in the morning who wanted a milkshake. But more recently, done some coffee stuff and, other things and stuff, so plus the reviews. But yeah, what the fuck is a Beach Day Shake? Well, apparently Beach Day ice cream is one of their most requested ice creams to come back, and they finally went over there and brought it back for the summertime, and there's a shake of it. So I have personally never had the Beach Day ice cream in any format, so I'm really excited for this. And the thing is, too, the fact that they specifically, hype it as a shake. Like, they don't usually do that for their stuff. Usually they're just like, it's the flavor of the month. Do what you do with it. But in this case, like, no. They're like, Beach Day Shake. So, let's get a thing for the thing. Is that going to be the best? We'll do it like this, and we'll just kind of like, ha 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 ha. Let's give it a go. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. I will say it's a good consistency for a shake. Not all ice creams are. I have, again, back when I was in my more milkshake-oriented days, trust me, I tried out pretty much every one that I could run into, and some of them were great for it, and some of them were terrible. This, I would say, is very good for it. It has a drinkability to it, It's nice. I will say, whatever flavor it's going for exactly, I don't know, I'm not picking up on it just yet. I'm getting sort of a vanilla vibe, and then, of course, there's some caramel, and, there's some, chocolatey bits in there, but, I have to imagine there's more to it than that. I mean, if it is just that, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I guess I was just kind of expecting something a little bit more, I mean, especially with, again, I guess it's a, big requested one to come back. The one I would like to come back that I never see anymore. I saw it one time, I got a milkshake for it, and I loved it. It was a creme brulee flavor. That was freaking ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing bad about it. I like the texture on it and everything. There might be a little something more than just straight vanilla, but I don't know. This is kind of the only problem you do run into. Well, one of the problems you run into when you're translating ice cream into shake format is obviously you're sort of watering it down, except, with like milk or, whatever they're using, to make the shake. So you're not going to have like the same level of flavor, of these sort of individual flavors. Maybe that's kind of what's going on here. Because it's very nice. It's nice, it's sweet. Again, getting the little chocolatey bits is nice. I like that they're appropriately small so that they do work in the straw. I've always felt that Baskin-Robbins, if you're going to offer shakes, you should have a shake straw. And they, for whatever reason, they do not offer like the thicker, or the wider shake straws. But yeah, I like it. It's nice, but I definitely have to admit I was expecting more. Yeah, because I think if you didn't tell me otherwise, I might just presume that it was basically just sort of a vanilla shake with some bits added in. That's kind of what I'm getting from it. Again, I do think there's a little something extra. There's kind of a certain sweetness to it that is definitely, it's not one for one with vanilla. Let me put it to you that way. But whatever the flavor is exactly, it's doing a very similar job to vanilla in that, it's kind of working as a palette, something to build on instead of it really being like the highlight aspect. Because it is very nice, again, with the bits and the caramel and stuff, like those are all nice things, but it is sweet, it is tasty, it's a nice ice cream for what it is. I can get down with it, but two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Maybe and sure-ish. I think for me personally, this is one of those ones where I think I sort of overhyped myself a little bit, Especially when I read the thing on it where they're like, oh man, everybody's been requesting this one. I was like, oh shit, let's do this. I want to be part of the experience. And the experience was a little bit meh. It's not bad. But it's like, would I have been happier if I just gotten a mint chocolate chip shake? Absolutely, I would have. But I don't mind this for what it is. Again, maybe in direct ice cream format. Maybe at some point I'll go over there, I'll get it as like a cone or something like that. No promises though, I do what I can when I can do it. But I think for me, like, it's not bad. It's nothing I would say is particularly special, but it's a nice thing for what it is. Just, a little bit meh. If I'm recommending it, there's got to be something to it, right? If people wanted it back. Again, so you know what? And this might be one of those circumstances where, maybe I'm just not getting it. Because that's happened before. There's definitely been times. I remember, it's probably a couple of years ago now, I reviewed this fancy Pepsi from China. It was like bamboo and white lotus or some shit. I don't remember. It's something almost fancily obnoxious. And like, I tried it, and I flat out was like, that just tastes like Pepsi to me. But I did watch, after the fact, I watched like other people's reviews, and like, it was very mixed. There were people like me who seemed to be of the opinion that, wasn't that far off from being normal Pepsi. But there were other people who were like, no, you can taste it, it's subtle, but it I don't know. Maybe that's what this is for me. Because again, I don't want to go over there and shit in anybody's sandcastle. If you're enjoying your beach day stuff, good on you. It just, it's not one I can give a huge endorsement to, especially considering, I was like, oh man, this is going to be really good. It's okay. So, if nothing else, it's not a bad milkshake. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there yourselves a truly summer-tastic rest of your life. I'm not a summer guy at all. So, the time I'm doing this, we are on the getting close to the tail end of August, and I am so happy that it's just, I was waiting for August to be miserable, and at the start it was a little bit, and then it was just like, nah, we're just going to be cool. I'm like, yay! So, but some people like summer. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal favorite season? Do you have any experience with the beach day ice cream? Is it something you've had and you love it? Is it better in strictly ice cream format? I'd be really interested on this one because it's like, I don't know, man. Like I said, I was expecting more. The only thing I could maybe say, I am slightly under the weather. Like my allergies have been acting up a little bit. But, at least as far as I can tell, that doesn't appear to be hindering my sense of taste all that much. Because I've definitely, done reviews, since my allergies have been bothering me. It's the one downside of it getting colder as early as it did. My allergies decided to kick in a little bit early. But like, maybe I'm just wrong on this one, and it's not like I have a super duper palate to begin with. It does what it needs to do, I guess. But anyway, bye.